Good morning, everybody. I just realized that I hadn't. Good morning. I finally got sick. I'm so annoyed, so sorry if my voice sounds as annoying as it probably sounds to me. I feel like my voice is already nasally because of my deviated septum, but it definitely gets worse when I'm a little sick. And that's just the life that I have to live for the moment. Anyways, hi. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I'm starting another vlog on a Wednesday, you know? I just been so sad girl hours. And I'm really busy on Monday and Tuesday that like I just really, no energy to pick up the camera or anything like that. But here I am showing up for myself, which is what's important. Well, I guess let me preface by saying that I have an issue when it comes to vlogging where I tell a lot instead of showing. And coincidentally, that is something that I, teach my students not to do in their essays, to use their words, to expand their sentences and show the detail as opposed to having short sentences that's just telling me. Does that make sense? When you're reading a book, you want to be shown things, not told things type situation. But I want to work on that. I want to be better about that. It's just, I don't even want to say is that I'm living in the moment. I just forget to like use my camera at all or anything like that, even on my phone. With that being said, over the weekend, I went to a concert in Nashville. I went to a concert in Nashville and it was so fun. This band is a tiny little thing. Well, they're not that tiny, but they're not as big as like other bands that I listen to. And they were touring, or they still are at the point of recording this video, but they're touring the 15th anniversary of one of their first albums, which I love so much. And for some reason they didn't have an Atlanta date, so my sisters and I went. For some reason they didn't have an Atlanta date. Now granted, when they announced this tour, they only had California dates. Like they really were not gonna do like this big thing. But then demand grew. This is what I mean, where like I don't even think they realized how big they thought they were. So they went from California dates to like all over the country. But the closest that they got to Atlanta was Nashville. So my sisters and I picked the Nashville day to go to because, like I said, we really love this band. And it was really nice. I really enjoyed myself. It was so nostalgic because the venue was so tiny. And it felt like back in the day, back in high school, when I would go to the local shows at the tiny venues in the towns that I used to live in, and even some small venues here in Atlanta. But outside of the city, you have your local venues and everything like that. And it was just so much fun. I had the best time. listening to an amazing soundtrack. I'm actually wearing merch of what the opening band because I thought they were pretty good as well. Shout out to them. I'm so glad that we were able to catch their set because we were a little late because of me. Oh, gotta change my battery. Give me one fucking second. We're back. Sorry for the angle change and everything. This is chaotic. I'm sorry. I feel like my life is a little chaotic right now. And yeah, it was just a weekend trip. We did go visit some of the bars, but it was way too cold and both of my sisters were sick. I was the only one that didn't have anything and finally caught up to me, right? So we literally just went to the Taco Bell cantina after visiting one bar and then we left. We dipped out of there and went back to the hotel. And it was really great. I had a great time. Great time. And now we're back. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a little upset only because for the second time this year, this academic year, since it's the spring semester, I caught my students talking about me. And it's like interestingly enough, what they're complaining about could easily be resolved if one, they paid attention in class, surprisingly, and two, they talked to me outside of class. What I heard, and I also got an email from one of my students, and basically what they're complaining about, it's like on them, but they don't want to do the work. There's also lack of critical thinking, and I'm really trying to be very like diplomatic here. I'm also really trying not to feel offended because every student has a right to feel the way that they feel and everything like that. But like I've mentioned in class so many times, I can't help them if they don't contact me, if they don't communicate with me that something's wrong, and so that they could do better, so that I could do better at my job at explaining things to them if they need it. So it's just like, I don't know. I haven't decided that I've given up on the semester, but I am very upset. My class, thank God, is really easy. Last semester, I was working with another research group situation as part of my contract with the teaching association and everything like that. And I guess there was some weird miscommunication where that contract was supposed, or that situation is supposed to last all year, but it ended for me in the fall. So I don't have any. I'm basically like so open to just work on my own things, thank God. This semester I don't have to worry about anybody else's work other than my other research assignment where I'm helping a teacher write something. That's different, but I love it. To clarify, I'm also, outside of my teaching duties, I got hired as a research assistant. So I'm also researching, assisting a professor. So that's a different story. But yeah, so far so good. It's just teaching online is definitely a different beast that I was not expecting, and I'm a little frustrated. But I gotta keep moving on, right? As for reading updates, I am still in the middle of reading Beloved. For some reason, I just can't seem to want to pick it up. And it's not that it's bad, it's just, I think it's just a lot of like my own personal mood and energy interfering that I just haven't been. It's already mid-February and I haven't even finished one book and I'm mad, is where I'm basically going with. But a friend of mine in a Discord server spontaneously formed a book club, and we decided, so it's so last minute that we picked a really short book because we're actually going to meet tomorrow, and we picked Bloom by Delilah Dawson. And if you're new here, I actually already read this for a summer ween video that I did. And so this is a reread for me, which is fine because I have been wanting to reread this, and I've been wanting to read it with someone where I can talk to about, where I can like yell about with. And surprisingly, I'm actually moving forward with this book, thank God. I might have to switch gears and leave Toni Morrison to a different time. Only because again, it's just if you've seen the last couple of vlogs, you remember that I'm not only switching medication and everything like that, but I've just been in a big sad girl moment where I'm dealing with things, right? Anyways, besides the point. So we are reading Bloom, which is a sapphic horror. I didn't tell her anything about it. I don't know what she read about it, but I'm excited to talk to her about it. And I'm actually surprised that when I got this out of my bookshelf, it's tabbed. And I forgot that I had tabbed it, so it's really nice rereading the things that I just deemed worthy to be remembered in this way. And it's great. The writing is amazing. I can't tell I can't tell if I should take the character serious or not, and I think that's beautiful. And yeah, so I put Beloved on pause. I didn't DNF it. It's literally just on pause for the moment, and I am reading Bloom. And once I'm done with Bloom, I will get back to my Black History Month pile of books that I wanted to read by the end of the month. Hopefully, I will read those books by the end of the month. I've yapped enough, so I have to get to work, even though I don't want to. I got a grade. I'm so behind on grading. Anyways, yeah.
I will see you in the next one next week. Bye. The following in the morning. I would also make icing in the evening too. It didn't take that long, but it is just an extra step. The icing is so good. I think having the lemon zest actually makes a huge difference. If I'm ever see a movie, we're going to Hamlet, and I'll save that one. Changes can lead to big results. So if that sounds like something that's up your alley, be sure to hit subscribe. There's a few reasons why I felt inspired to do this video at this particular point. One of which is I think journaling is going through a little moment right now. I think it's having a resurgence in people's feeds in life because of all this talk about analog hobbies.